Hello and welcome to another session on Tableau on our very own channel, that is Big Data Learning. And today we are going to learn about different Tableau files. Now, but first let's go towards the agenda. So, before explaining you anything about Tableau files. So today's agenda goes like, first we are going to learn about Tableau files and then the different types of Tableau files included. We'll also learn about the file extensions and what are file extensions and all. I'm sure you know it. I'll just try to tell you what it is exactly. My name is Abidunisa Begum. I am a technical trainer. I give trainings on Azure, AWS, and Tableau. And also, I am a soft skills trainer. That was about me. Coming to today's topic, the types of Tableau files. So in Tableau, we can save our work using different Tableau's specific file types like workbooks, bookmarks, package data files, data extracts, and data connection files. But just remember, this is applicable only in Tableau desktop. So as we all know, Tableau's public, when you are trying to save it in Tableau's public, it does not get saved on your, what do you say, personal desktop. It gets saved on the public forum. So Tableau public, this will not work in, but these file types are for Tableau desktop. Now, what are these .twb, .tds, .tde, .tps, and all of these? These are file extensions. What are file extensions? I'm sure all of us know that these. Just let me put it in a very simple way. That is, you can call them as a suffix. At the end of a file name that indicates what type of file it is. Okay, so you are saving this Tableau as as a file. So in what format it is and in what type it is, this the suffix is indicating. So it could be as a Tableau workbook, data source, Tableau data extract, Tableau preferences, Tableau packaged workbook, Tableau bookmark, and Tableau packaged data source. So these are all of them. Now let's go and try to learn each of them individually. So first is Tableau workbook and the extension is .twb. So Tableau workbook files, they have the .tw file extension. These workbooks hold one or more worksheets plus 0 or more dashboards and stories. And as you can see, it contains information on each sheet and dashboard that is present in a workbook. It also has the formatting and styles applied, and it contains the data source connection information and any metadata information created for that connection. That is what Tableau workbook is for. Then we have Tableau packaged workbooks. So what is the difference? So it's like, first of all, the extension is going to be .twbx. Now, what do they do? A packaged workbook is a single zip file that contains a workbook along with any supporting local file data and background images if they are there. So it will be in a complete, zip file. So this format is the best way to package our work for sharing with others who don't have access to the original data. Thus, Tableau packaged workbooks are helpful. Next, what do we have? We have Tableau data source. Now, what is data source? So first, the extension is .tds. So these files are shortcuts for quickly connecting to the original data that we use very often. So suppose if you're using Tableau public, what happens? There is a data set that is, data source that is called as global superstore data. So mostly people, who are learning it, have started learning Tableau, they mostly use this, or who want to just, create files on the public forum. If they don't have their own data, this data is available on the Tableau website directly. So you can download it from there. So mostly this one is used. So what this Tableau data source file does, it is actually a shortcut for quickly connecting to the original data that is used very often. So what I gave you is an example of this type of file, the global superstore data. So once we start, doing a hands-on on these, you will understand what I'm talking about. Now, data source files do not contain the actual data, but rather the information necessary to connect to the actual data as well as any modifications we have made on top of the actual data, such as changing default properties, creating calculated fields, adding groups, and so on. Okay, so I hope this Tableau data source is also understood. Now, what are package data source? Now we know what is Tableau data source. Again, we have Tableau package data source, extension being .tdsx. Now this file is similar to the .tds file. What is the .tds file? It's the data source file with the addition of a data along with the connection details. So what will this be? So a package data source, this is going to be a zip file that contains a data source file. So described about, described in as we described in the data source. So any local file data such as extract files, text files, Excel files, access files, local file. So we use this format to create a single file that we can share with others who might not have the access to the original data. So likewise, for how we did in the workbooks, workbook was one data, while the packaged workbooks are anything related to that. So here is the data source, and any file related to the pack and data source is where this package data source is taking us to. Then we have Tableau preferences. What are Tableau preferences? So this file, this type of file, it stores the color preference used across all the workbooks, and it's mainly used for consistent look and feel across the users. Okay, so it's maintaining the consistency. Then we have the Tableau bookmarks. What do Tableau bookmarks do? So first, look at the extension that is .tdb, and bookmarks, what do they contain? A single worksheet and are an easy way to quickly share your work. Okay, so one single worksheet and share it easily to be pasted into another workbooks. That's what bookmark does. The next we have is Tableau data extract. Now, what is data extract? And first of all, the extension would be .tde. Depending on the version of the extract was created, Tableau extract files can have either the .hyper or .tde file extension. Okay, anything would be fine. So extract files are actually a local copy of a subset or entire data set that we can use to share the data with others, and we need to work offline and improve our performance. That is when Tableau data extracts are used. So these are all the types. So just to revise ourselves, let's go towards the first one. So Tableau workbook, Tableau packaged workbook, Tableau data source, Tableau packaged data source, Tableau preferences, Tableau bookmark, Tableau data extract. So these are all the types of files that are used by Tableau, used in Tableau, you can say. So if you have any queries about today's session, if you have if you could not understand anything, do let me know. Thank you very much for being patient and watching this video. So if you have any queries, any feedback, or any suggestions, you're most welcome. And do let me know in the comment section. Goodbye and see you in the next session. Till then, happy learning.